Title: My husband hid a secret family, so I exposed him at his retirement party. I, F56, have been married to Tom, M58, for 29 years, almost 3 decades. We raised 2 amazing kids, now adults, built a modest but comfortable life, and were weeks away from celebrating both his retirement and our 30th wedding anniversary. I thought we were solid. I thought I knew the man I married. Spoiler alert, I didn't. It started with a bank statement, one that got mailed to the house by mistake. It listed transactions from a secondary account I'd never seen before. Weird charges, too. Grocery stores I didn't shop at, payments to a private school, and a flower shop in another city, 4 hours away. When I asked Tom about it, he brushed it off with a chuckle. "Oh, that's just an old business account. Probably dormant. I'll call and get it closed." But he didn't. So I waited a few days, then went digging. I'm not proud of it, but I opened his office drawer, checked the laptop he rarely used, and even checked the trunk of his car. That's where I found it. A forgotten envelope with 2 sets of birthday cards. One to Katie and Michael, and another set to Emily and Joel. Except, Katie and Michael are our kids, and never heard of Emily and Joel, and never said Dad's a debt and night. Title: My husband hid a secret family, so I exposed him at his retirement party. Part 2: I couldn't just accuse Tom outright. If I'd learned anything from watching women get blindsided, it was to collect evidence first, questions later. So I went full CIA. The next day, I left for a friend's weekend, but really drove 4 hours in the opposite direction, to the city where that flower shop charge came from. My gut said, he's not just shopping here, he's living here. And I was right. Using a little social engineering and a burner Facebook profile, I found Emily, a woman about 10 years younger than me with a Pinterest-perfect house, a golden retriever, and 2 kids who looked eerily like Tom, down to the dimples. 1 reverse image search and 2 sleepless nights later, I had the full picture. Tom had a second life, a house under a different name, a long-term partner who thought he was just traveling for work every other week, kids, a family, a lie. I wasn't angry yet. That came later. Right then, I was ice cold. Focused, because I knew what I needed to do now. He had a retirement party coming up, a big one, hosted by his company. Clients, coworkers, and family. It was meant to be his swan song. It was about to become mine. My husband hid a secret family, so I exposed him at his retirement party. Part 3. Tom's retirement party was set for the first Friday in June. Big conference room at his company's HQ. Business casual, open bar, catered dinner, slideshow with his legacy. And best of all, +1s were encouraged. I made my plan. Quiet, surgical, not dramatic. Not yet. First, I reached out to a lawyer, a damn good one, someone who handled complex divorces. She called mine strategic. I liked her immediately. Key, then I began printing. Screenshots, photos, public records, school enrollment confirmations, mortgage documents, pictures from the fake Facebook I created, and yes, those birthday cards. I compiled it all into a neat black binder titled For Tom, and wrapped it in gold foil like a gift. Inside was a single sticky note that said, "Every lie you told me, every truth I found, happy retirement." I also had 2 manila envelopes, one for HR and one for Emily, the other wife. I'll admit, a petty part of me included a list of the STD tests I took, just in case. No woman deserves to be lied to like that, even if she didn't know. Then came the final RSVP. I invited both of our adult children, and I invited Emily through a fake email address posing as the event organizer. I invited Agi. Tom would walk into a room full of people who knew everything. I invited A. He just didn't know they knew yet, and I'd be standing next to him in pearls and lipstick, smiling like the proud wife I no longer was. My husband hid a secret family, so I exposed him at his retirement party. Part 4. The night of the party arrived. I wore navy blue. Classy, simple, something that whispered loyal wife, while hiding the fact that I was carrying an emotional bomb in my clutch. The room was filled with laughter, champagne flutes, and laminated name tags. There was a giant photo banner of Tom from his first year on the job. Our kids were seated near the front. They knew, of course they knew. I told them everything. They came for me. Emily was there too. She arrived 15 minutes late, confused, holding the digital invite. She didn't recognize anyone. Then she spotted Tom across the room, arm in arm with me. The look on her face? Devastation, confusion, then dawning horror. One sigh. That's when the slideshow started. Bull, Tom's secretary, bless her clueless heart, had created a timeline slideshow of milestones in Tom's life. 1995, started at the company. 1999, married me. 2000 and 2002, births of our kids. 2011, that trip to Denver, the exact year he started splitting time between cities. 2015, work-life balance improves. Translation, he was living half a life with Emily and their kids by then. You could see the dots connecting in Emily's eyes. She stepped forward right as I handed Tom the black-wrapped gift. He opened it, flipped the binder open, saw the photos, the receipts, the sticky note. He looked up. Everyone was staring. And then Emily said, loudly enough for the room to hush, "You said you were divorced." You could have heard a champagne bubble pop in that silence. My kids stood. I stood. Tom just sat there, pale, speechless, his legacy crumbling like the cake they were about to cut. I kissed him on the cheek and whispered, "Happy retirement, Tom. You're going to need a good lawyer." Then I walked out, heels clicking like a gavel, past his stunned coworkers, a crying Emily, and the HR manager clutching the envelope I had labeled urgent. My husband hid a secret family, so I exposed him at his retirement party. Part 5. It's been 3 months since the party. Tom hasn't retired the way he planned. He's on leave, which is corporate talk for under review. HR took that envelope very seriously, especially when it revealed he'd used company money on some of his business trips to see Emily. My lawyer filed for divorce 2 days later. It was a clean hit. Thanks to our state's laws, and because I had all the proof of infidelity and financial misconduct, I got the house, 70% of our shared assets, full ownership of my pension, which he had tried to claim a piece of. Plus, the court ordered him to cover my legal fees. As for Emily, she left him. Once she found out he had never filed for divorce from me, and that he had lied about his age, finances, and the fact that he had another set of kids, she ghosted him. Clean. Blocked on everything. Naya, the last time I heard, Tom was living in a 1-bedroom apartment near his old office, trying to figure out how to afford rent on half his former salary. I sent him a postcard, no return address, just 5 words, "Best wishes on your next chapter." Meanwhile, I've picked up pickleball, taken a cooking class, and gone on 2 dates with men who have 1 name, 1 house, and no secret kids. I didn't just expose Tom, I freed myself, and I've never felt lighter.
For more stories like this, be sure to like and subscribe to receive notifications when a new post is published. Until next time, take care.